This model kit review is of the BB-8 and R2-D2, and this is a 1/48 scale model by Bandai in Japan. And sorry, not 1/48. This is a 1/12 scale model, so they're going to be larger. And some pictures there with some of the little details. And some pictures there of the models. I guess different options you can have for the utility arms. And there's some more pictures there with some of the details. So let's have a look inside at the kit. Well, let's have a look at these sprues here. And I'm not sure what these are for. We'll have to look to see if they are stands, because that does not look like it's part of the model kit, but it could just be a stand, so we'll have to have a look and see. And then here we have some parts. This is for the BB-8, and very nicely molded, good level of detail here, as you can see. No real mold lines or flashing, very nicely molded. That's part of BB-8s. And then over here I've got some more parts. This looks like this is for R2-D2. There's the classic head or the top. Everything else is very well molded. You can tell by the grills how well molded they are, because there's no flashing, no areas that have joined up or failed to fuse. Lots of little details here and very nicely molded. Those are the little arms that are going to come out over there. This one here looks like this is the body for the R2, and some nice detail there. And as you can see, also nice little details there. Very well molded. I mean, this is really great. And these are the legs, I guess, with the wheels, but all just really great parts there. Okay, this must be mostly for the BB-8s. You can see the parts of the sides that make up the ball underneath. Nice and smooth, very well molded, and great level of detail here. You can look over here and see. Interestingly, they've injected black plastic on the white and the orange, and it fuses there. I've seen that more and more, as well as his clear. That way you only get one sprue but multiple colors, if that's what you need. I personally don't like that, but it just makes sense to me. All one color, because I'm going to be spray painting it anyway. And then some other parts here for R2. But as you can see again, lots of little details, very nicely molded, great level of detail here. Here are the decals. This is for, well, that's interesting. I guess these are decals and these are stickers. So if you're not going to paint or do water decals, you can just do the stickers. I prefer decals. This is for both R2 and the BB-8. So that's pretty nice looking. And let's have a look now at our instructions. So, nicely printed, great color. Here are the parts listing. And let's see where we start. So this one is for BB-8 here, and let's see here. Let's see that. So we start off with looks like the head, or the top, and those are the parts we put together. Looks like we've got a spare part there, and they're supposed to snap together. And now we're building, I guess it's because it's darkened. You can see it's darkened there. We're now building the body, and you can see all the parts that go on together there to make the body. And then little pieces there in between. And then this is the stand. It goes and holds the head in place. And some additional little details there for the top of the BB-8. And that's the finished BB-8. Now we get to the R2-D2, and we start off with building the head, and then once the head is completed, add the junction, the swivel junction, and the little pieces on top. And we build the legs. It's probably overly separated in terms of the amount of parts you have to put together. So there's the parts for the legs. These things probably could have just been molded together, but I guess there'd be less to do then. Not that there's a lot to do for these things anyway. And then let's have a look. Next is here, and these are in color and shows you the different parts to put together for his body. More body parts going there, and there's the swivel arms for the legs, and then finally the assembly, and then those are stands or bases to put them on. I'm not sure why we have little cutouts there. And then different options then, these all seem to lock together, and different parts that you can have inside the little utilities that come out of the R2-D2. So all in all, very well molded, great level of detail. They are pretty small, but they're 1/12 scale, so it should be a good kit to build.